Yep, I can hear you guys.
Okay, great. We're going to go first question to Matt Charwell from the Detroit News.
Josh, I guess the obvious question is now that you've gotten back out on the floor, what did it feel like? Did it take a little time to kind of feel normal again, or I guess just kind of try and sum up your emotions after this first game?
Oh man, I'm just grateful to be able to be back out there. Definitely was different, just because the last time I played, it wasn't like this, and then also I haven't played in almost 2 years, and so it was definitely different, getting back out there and a lot of emotions, within, but ultimately I'm just glad we got the win and I got a game under my belt now I can just keep moving forward.
Next question is from Lindsey Huddleston from SPS.
Yes.
What's up, man?
Hey, Dale, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Playing without fans. Give us your first impression as a player who played on the court without fans being in the building, especially with this zone.
It's definitely different, man, because you just used to playing with fans, and then I believe we have the greatest fans in the country, with the Izone. So it's definitely, you definitely miss the fans, but at the same time, I'm a competitor, man. So as long as I'm able to be out there and can play the game, and I can put two shoes on and play, I'm good. I'm just thankful to be out there. Like I said 2 years ago, I didn't think I would be able to be back out there. So it's just a blessing to be able to just lace my shoes up again.
Yeah, and a quick follow-up, that consistency that you talked about, what did it take to keep the consistency? I saw you clapping on the sideline, but what was it like to keep that consistency?
It definitely, it definitely is beneficial for us because, like you said in your question earlier, we don't have any fans, so we don't have anybody trying to get us going. So we have to get ourselves going. But I think that's not difficult for our team or for any Michigan State team because of our culture. We cheer each other on, we help each other. We're vocal on the bench. We're a unit, and so even though 5 players are on the court, it's like we're all out there on the court, locked in together. So I think it's going to help to help to our advantage, or be to our advantage. Yep.
Good seeing you back.
Good seeing you, man.
Next question is from Chris Lloyd from the Detroit Free Press.
Josh, good to see you.
Good to see you.
I guess first of all, what was the first couple shots like for you? In particular, the nerves, but also adjusting to that long line. That was the first game you played with that long line, right?
I mean, yeah, but we've been shooting that line. We've been shooting with that line, for a long time. I actually thought that shot was going straight through the net, if I'm being honest with you. But that's how it goes, man. It's my first shot in 2 years, so it is what it is. I'm just glad, like I said, I got a game under my belt. Now I can keep going.
Did you feel a rhythm build though? The more you took and the deeper you got into the game.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And I think as the games keep progressing on, I just get more and more into a rhythm, and as I get more practices under my belt, I definitely will pick up that rhythm. So.
And one last question: the ball movement you guys had tonight. You mentioned about all the parts interconnected. I mean, I think it was 27 assists on 30 buckets. I mean, that was a hallmark of this team the last couple of years. How important is it for you guys moving forward from here?
Well, I think the ball movement is almost just a depiction of how we want to be as a team, playing together, playing for each other, realizing that it's not necessarily about us as individuals, but it's about us as a unit. And when we play together, we're better. Great championship teams, they know how to play together, they know how to play for each other, and I think that's one thing that we want to kind of stand on, for the rest of this year. Obviously, we had too many turnovers, but we'll work the kinks out with that. But ultimately, that's just what this team is. We're going to look out for each other. We're going to share the ball, and we're going to play for one another.
Next question is from Paulo from the State News.
Hi, Josh. Good to talk to you.
How you doing?
So, good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
So, what was the general consensus coming into this among the team? Was it more of a, excitement, gratefulness, like you mentioned that, you guys are able to suit up this season? Was there a little bit of kind of missing the students in the atmosphere? What was just kind of the feeling coming into this one? Obviously, you mentioned it's kind of unusual.
I think you used a great word by saying unusual, but at the same time, I think we were all excited to just be able to put our jerseys on and be able to play. just with everything that's going on with the virus. Things are, so much, everything is in the air. So I'm sure early on, well, I'm almost 100% positive early on, we didn't necessarily know if we was going to have a season or not just because of how everything was. And so just to be able to be on the court is definitely exciting. And I think the consensus is that we were all grateful to be able to play.
Thanks, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Next question is from Audrey Dahlgren from WLNS.
Hey Joshua, you guys have been able to obviously see Foster Lawyer a lot more than we had, so tonight was kind of like our first look at him this year. To see that he had a career high night, 6 3-pointers, and kind of just led the offense for you guys, what does that mean to have him step in that way in this first game and kind of take over that role as point guard?
I think that means a lot. But just like I said in my previous interview, this is who Foster is. He's going to lead us. He's going to do his job. And I'm just happy for him because it's kind of difficult playing behind Cassius because he's such a great player. But one thing about Foster is that he stayed consistent, day in and day out, coming in and doing his job. And so I'm just happy for him to see, him get some reward with the consistency that he's put forth. And so that's who Foster is. That's Foster Lawyer for you. That's who he was when he came, and I think that's who he's going to continue to be. Not trying to put pressure on him, but at the same time, I have faith in him.
Thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you, you too.
Last question for Josh is from Chris Solari.
Oh, I wanted to ask you about Foster, but more than just that, I mean, you had a lot of other new guys in the mix tonight with Joey, with Rocket coming off the bench. I guess, what was the chemistry, did you feel like, for a game one versus maybe where you would be at this point in the year when, you had a couple exhibition games or something?
Right.
I mean, it's kind of weird. You did mention that weird. I mean, but that's
Yeah.
got to be, how do you build that chemistry quickly?
I mean, I think our chemistry was great. I think you see it with the assists, the amount of assists we had as a team. Like you said, around this time we probably would have, had a few exhibition games already, and so this is kind of like our exhibition game. But at the same time, I feel like we're all locked in, and everybody just wants to come in and do their job. We're not trying to, we want to be patient with ourselves, but we don't want to make the excuse that we haven't had the same normal season that we always have, because at the end of the day, everybody's going through the same thing. So, you kind of want to give yourself grace, but at the same time, continue to, apply, put the pedal to the metal and just keep pushing forward and not, give any room for excuses.
Thanks so much, Josh. We will be joined by Coach Izzo shortly, and then we'll have a couple players right after that.
All right, guys, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.